Delaware in the building. Y'all ain't ready for the Delaware takeover. Y'all not ready for this unique style and creativity that everybody in the world wants to see. Nas and Jay is bringing it, and everything they bring got that Delaware swag.
Hey everybody.
Hey everybody.
We are here. Yeah, I'm sorry.
What's my note?
Hey.
Hey, little girl, comb your hair, fix your makeup. Soon he will open the door. Don't think because there's a ring on your finger, you needn't try anymore. 'Cause wives should always be lovers too.
You surprised me. I didn't expect you to come in on three.
Something. I'm warning you. Happy National Jazz Appreciation Month.
Yeah, we're 2 weeks late, and I apologize
for
that.
Well, you know what? We are people.
Yeah.
And we make mistakes.
Yeah.
And it may have also taken me that long to remember that song.
Listen, if it weren't for Maya's post, I would have had no idea. Let's be clear. I have no problems admitting that. If Maya Bellardo hadn't posted that it's Jazz Appreciation Month.
The amount of Appreciation Month themes there are.
And I'm not mad at it.
Isn't there like a Squirrel Appreciation Month?
No, hold on. Can I be petty right now? You know, I really don't think it's kind of insulting to have a Jazz Appreciation Month.
There's no appreciation month.
Because, you know, you really can't fit jazz into 1 month. It's jazz all year round. So I'd really not rather have a month.
You sound like your breath stinks.
Yeah, so for everyone who doesn't like Black History Month, it's the same idea, but go ahead.
Woo!
Yeah, Petty on fire today.
I'm Naja Nicole, the star of this wonderful show.
Yes.
And you are?
Who knows? Jay Porter Street Jr., and I'm just here to be behind the star. Go ahead. Yeah.
At least he know his place.
Let the lights go out, but go ahead.
Welcome to your local sip of what's happening. Real world mess. I totally messed that up. But you here, baby. You here. You watching. You with us, okay? And again, we are human. Today we're going to talk about an up and coming prodigy. We're going to talk about No, I need you to do it.
What in the hell, Florida? What in the hell?
Oh, God. And a very serious rise in missing black women in Delaware. So, yeah, we got a lot. There's so much more to unpack, too. We want to start off. We want to give flowers and condolences to a Wilmington giant that was lost, Will Minster.
Yep.
It was a complete shock. I found out through Facebook, because everything is posted on Facebook. But after making calls and people calling me and stuff, it's really sad to lose people in general, but it's even more sad when you leave people who are pillars in the community. So we just want to send our love and condolences to his family and his friends and all of the entrepreneurs and artists who, worked with him and knew him.
And for people who don't know who he was, because he was very much a huge part of Wilmington specifically. Yeah. For anyone who's not from Wilmington and, not from Delaware, you might not know him, so I'm going to give a little bit about him. He, number one, was, I think, a fourth-generation jewelry store owner, and he had his small business here in Wilmington, and it did fine. He's a great businessman, but much past that is he spent a significant amount of his time not only just bigging up Wilmington, but really trying to give his expertise to as many people as he could. Especially, quite frankly, minority populations. You know what I mean? I don't have to say it. So he really did try to do his best to give his expertise and help
Mentor,
small
yeah.
businesses flourish as best as he could. So
Yeah.
it's a fundamental part of life, quite frankly.
Yes.
And it's a loss for our community.
He
Period.
was a supporter of the arts, of the local artists in town, me being one of them. So, sending so much love and positivity to those who were affected by his loss. So, also, condolences to the family and friends of Corey Mumford, the Laurel High School basketball star.
Yeah, he was shot and killed at an apartment. I don't know if it was his apartment, but at an apartment over the weekend. And he was the star of his team. He was going on to play, I forget the name of the college, but he was going on to play ball at a higher level. And there aren't too many facts about it, but all we know is that he was murdered, and it's obviously a loss. And we're sending flowers to that family. And it's, I'm not going to go on a rant, but it's really, I don't even know what the word is, but I'm past exhausted about hearing young black men passing away too early due to gun violence, especially when it's black on black crime. And, I can't stand it. So plain and simple.
So flowers to his family and friends and all of those affected by his loss. That loss. On a lighter note, congratulations and flowers to the North Wilmington Branch Library that will be reopening April 29th. They will have 6 authors there to talk. This is a big deal. Let me tell you something. I love the library. I've loved the library since I was a kid. Library. I'm so sorry. I feel like I'm offending you, Jay.
Yeah, if you're from if you're from this area, there's certain expectations. I need you to say library.
Yeah.
I need you to say water, and I know this is artists and salmon.
Yeah.
I reiterate.
Well, they are reopening. And I think when you have a library, sorry, Jay. When you have a library.
When you got a library
in a community, it really does something.
You're really good at that.
But seriously, I think having libraries in communities, especially disadvantaged communities, it really helps our youth.
Well, it just makes the idea of being in a library cool.
Yes, but
that's the
it
best
gives them
part
the
about
opportunity to see a world outside of where they are. Because sometimes that's the only way you can.
Yeah, no.
You know, you go to the library, you getting on the computer, you read books.
I have no problems admitting that I never wanted to be in a library.
Oh, I love the smell, the carpet.
I was a meathead. I always will have that part of me, and I can't escape it. But I appreciate libraries, and I especially love.
What you say?
What Wilmington is doing with their libraries.
Yes.
So yeah.
Yes, and I love that the Wilmington, the one downtown, is supporting this. You know, see guys.
They don't have library beef.
We need to come up with some terms for this because there's just too many opportunities for something so good.
A library.
We're gonna work on this.
A library.
We're gonna put a pin in this. We coming back. So congratulations and flowers. You have a wedding. And I have an event, so we may not be able to go. But if we can attend, we will. But you should be there, regardless. It's going to be on April 29th. So look it up on Facebook. What's happening in Delaware? Okay, listen. You want to know what real music is, real musicianship? You need to go to this show. Gerald Chavis, Unapologetically Me. April 20th at 7 p.m. at Theater M.
It's Thursday? Thursday night?
What's today? Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah. Pre-sale tickets are $20 and at the door they're $30. I'm telling you, Gerald Chavis is one of the best. He's a master. One of the best. He in my household he's Uncle Gerald. He's a big deal. He's a beautiful soul. He's witty and fun, but his talent is like
he's a master.
He's a legend. So I need y'all to go and support. So what? It's a Thursday night. Head on over.
And he plays with other masters. Yes, you know what I mean? Yeah.
Yes. So, and he's a staple at the Clifford Brown Jazz Festival. He is the Boise Lowry.
Yes.
Orchestra.
I think he runs it, and
Yes.
and keeping that in mind, he is from the Boise Lowry tradition, and
Yes.
we're not going to go all the way down that rabbit hole right now, but he was basically trained to a large degree under the same system and by the same man, quite frankly, as Clifford Brown. So all of that heritage is in him. So you'll hear his own personal greatness, and you'll also hear his ties to our history. So yeah.
Yes. So make sure you guys go out and support, because we need to continue to support our people. All right.
And you need to go out and enjoy good music.
Go out and enjoy that music. Okay. Colonial School District Safety and Security Summit.
You gotta give me a heads up. Go ahead.
Oh,
It's all right.
who you yelling at? April 25th from 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. at William Penn High School. They're going to be holding the first Safety and Security Summit for the Colonial School District. This meeting is open to the community. So you can RSVP at colonialschooldistrict.org. Make sure you guys sign up for that. Also, you have the Spring Fling Flea.
Where's that one? Keep going.
Shops at Bellefonte.
You got it. Look at you.
Look at me.
You're a ding dang
Best
genius.
believe.
Look at you.
Best believe. When I pulled it up, baby, I said Bellefonte.
Belafonte.
Belafonte.
Hey, we going to Belafonte, baby.
So that's Saturday, April 22nd from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. 800 block of Brandywine Boulevard. A community and shopping event highlighting resale, upcycled, recycled, and garden-inspired goods. If y'all see some good stuff, shoot me a message, okay? Because y'all know I love me a good thrift. All right? So go on over there and support.
I support that.
Reuse, recycle, reduce. There you go. Look at me. Look at me. Next, Embrace. Embrace.
Okay. Yep.
Embrace Women Entrepreneur Network. It's a luncheon Thursday, April 20th from 11:30 a.m. to 1 p.m. You can go and find this on Facebook as well. And then I like this. The art.
Was this at the museum?
The
Keep going.
art of the cocktail. Can you say it?
Well, this is called the art of the cocktail.
Why? Why?
If you never
Why?
mind, keep going. Here's a flyer.
Oh my God. Oh my God. A fundraising event to support the Delaware Art Museum's children's program, Saturday, April 27th from 7 to 10 p.m. Again, another one that I want a cocktail.
If you want to get drunk and support the babies, this is your best way to do it. You know what I'm
Okay?
saying?
Listen,
You know
have
what
your
I'm
little
saying?
sippy sip, drop $1 or
Yeah.
two, you know?
And listen, not to go down this rabbit hole, but there is a certain craftsmanship to creating a proper drink.
Yes.
You know? Like, I'm a lazy troll. I drink everything straight. But when you get a good mixologist involved, now we're talking art, baby. You know what I'm saying?
Art and drink. And then also Saturday from 1 to 4 p.m. between Pearl Street and A Street, Open Streets, Wilmington, Newcastle Ave, taking over our streets for community and health.
We're taking it to the streets. We're taking it to the streets.
So, I went to an Open Streets festival and I absolutely adored it. Like, all the streets were blocked off and they had tons of games and moon bounces and all types of programs that you could sign up for. So
Just all that beautiful community stuff. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
100%.
and it's free. Free 99. You know,
Don't
someone
get-
asked me if free 99 meant it was $1.
Oh my, that's unfortunate. Yeah, they probably say library. Yeah.
Salmon
Or
or shrimp.
Yep, definitely artists.
Last one. Everything is happening on Saturday. United Neighbors Paint the Bridges. Saturday, April 22nd at 9 a.m. Meet at the 8th Street Bridge between Adams and Jackson Streets across I-95. They need volunteers to help paint a clear protective top coat on all of the bridge murals. Sorry. For more info, go to you can email unitedneighbors@westsidegrows.org. So get your paintbrushes,
Kaboom,
get
boom,
your
pow.
overalls, and head on over. Okay.
There's a lot of heavy stuff.
There's a lot of stuff. So
And-
we're going to start with something nice.
Okay, good.
We're going to start with something nice.
Lovely.
So we all have Facebook and we all have memories. Sometimes we decide we're going to share them. And sometimes you are affected by the choice of someone else wanting to share a memory. Well, folks, I woke up the other morning and someone had decided to share the yearbook photos of my 8th grade year.
Huh.
A lot of people were upset.
Why? Why? It's 8th grade.
Child. Well, listen, I ain't got nothing to be upset by. Got nothing to be upset about.
But it's 8th grade.
Because I look the same, baby.
I don't know if that's good or bad.
I mean, they weren't upset,
But
but people was like, oh.
Congratulations on looking 11.
First of all, I wasn't 11.
I'm just saying.
I was 13.
Congratulations on looking 13.
Anywho.
Go ahead. I'm sorry. Oh, man.
He's just mad because they
No,
didn't
I'm
invent
not.
cameras when he was in 8th grade, okay? They
No, we had the
even
camera.
exist.
No, we had cameras.
Right, piece of mud. And so you
No,
a rock with
no,
mud
you
on
just
it and
had-
you smashed your
no,
face into it.
No, we had the cameras when you did have to sit for an hour and watch the guy hold the bulb. You know what I'm saying? And sit underneath of the blanket or whatever, and go poof, and the smoke
That
comes
was
out.
in your 20s.
That was in my 20s for sure. But it is what it is. It worked.
Exactly.
It was effective.
Anywho, we're
Yeah.
going to show you a little thing and see. You got 5 seconds to find me before it's revealed.
Hey everybody, where's Nut? There's Naj in
I wore
8th
this
grade.
color in honor of it.
It's funny. Yeah.
So yeah, there's me. So people were sharing it and they were like, oh my God. And they were tagged. You know what I was thinking about? There were so many people in my 8th grade class that I don't remember at all. Like, but I kind of feel like I remember 8th grade like it was yesterday, if that makes sense. So
it does.
They're like tagging everybody and I'm like looking at the tags and I'm like, yo, oh my God. My goodness. And then, so that class was probably about 400 kids. My high school class was 106. What was yours, 3? What was yours?
My graduating class had like 40-something kids. So, yeah.
Don't.
Sorry.
I'm over here failing math, and you over there with eating caviar with your damn math teacher. Forget you.
Well, what's funny is I used to eat
No,
nothing.
shut your mouth.
but
Shut
mashed
your
potatoes-
privileged black mouth. No,
Mashed potatoes and Sprite is pretty much what I eat every day
Ew.
by choice because I'm gross, but yeah.
That's why you look like a potato. You look like a red potato.
It's fine. Right.
But a few scuffs on the side. Okay. So I don't know what's going on, but I've been looking online. You know, I'm just scrolling on the Facebooks or whatever, and I've noticed this is only one example of a missing black woman, and I actually know the sister. Where am I looking? Oh,
I'll tell you.
I actually know the sister of the woman that's missing. So I shared it and I've been watching to see if anything has changed or if they found her. But as I'm looking at that, I noticed there were like 3 or 4 other missing black women. And this all happened within the last few weeks. So I want you to see the, did you put it up there? The gold alert?
Yeah, no, but just
You
explain
didn't?
it. Yeah.
Okay, well, it's a gold alert for a young lady. It's on my Facebook. I'm gonna reshare it because I actually want you to see all the information. But I need us ladies, and we've had this conversation before.
It's on you.
We've had this conversation before on other shows, and I may have even been a little more jokey about it. But I need y'all to understand something. I need y'all to be safer. I need you to be smarter. You can link up with people. That's fine. You want to meet someone online, whether it's a dating app, Instagram, Facebook, whatever, and you want to link up, you need to let someone know your location. You don't have to tell them what you're doing. You don't have to tell them, anything specific or that makes you feel violated, but you need to tell someone where you might be going or where in the vicinity you could be or who you could be with, because people are dropping like flies. They're disappearing. And a lot of them are young black women. And the sad part is because we're black women, the media isn't talking about it. unfortunately. But that's our reality. So you know who has to stick up for us? Us. We have to be the ones. Now, the young lady that I know, the young lady who's missing, her sister that I know, they are doing everything in their power to get the word out. And it should be everyone doing that. It should be the police department. It should be the state. It should be the city. It should be the neighborhood association. It should be the church. It should be everyone. But unfortunately, it's not. And there are more women disappearing. So I need us to be safer. Let someone know where you're going. Also, be a bit more picky with the types of people that you're hanging out with. Because it don't have to be just some dude that decided he was going to act crazy and snatch you up. It could be other women for stupid reasons. Pettiness, jealousy, hatred. Or they just plain crazy. Be mindful of the company you keep. If it don't feel right in your gut, if your energy don't feel right when you're around somebody or when you're speaking to someone or, they're making a turn that you don't like or they're trying to send you down some street or whatever and you don't feel right, don't go. Call somebody to pick you up. Call an Uber. Call 911. Something. But we have to be even more conscious of where we're going and who we're with because it seems like nowadays it's every man for himself. Nobody wants anyone in their business, but living like that gets you in trouble. Living like that makes it unsafe for you. So find someone and trust them. Send your location, give them some type of information, anything.
So this is certainly a problem that disproportionately affects Black women and minority women in general. And I think that there are a lot of other pieces to it. I think, you should do everything that you said, but part of this also falls on men of all kinds. And even zooming out a little bit further, it's also a problem for women. Like it's just not a safe world for women, unfortunately, to the point where my wife actually tagged me in a story about a couple of times right in Centerville, in this beautiful part of Delaware, where a woman, or maybe this happened twice, I think she said, 2 women were rear-ended and then attacked by men. And y'all know me. I'm a firm believer. I have no problem saying this. Like if you are a sane, able-bodied woman who is able to legally possess a firearm, I support it wholeheartedly. I think y'all need to be carrying more than us, quite frankly, because unfortunately, you are often by yourself, and I am all for self-protection. But if you're not comfortable doing that, don't do it. But then everything she said, and guys, look out for creeps.
Yes.
If you see a dude at a bar who's we know creeps. No. Like we can spot. No, I don't mean like we all know a creep.
Yeah, we do.
We all
do.
But I'm saying we can easily recognize when someone's being a creep.
Right.
And that's where your space is as a man, to be protective of women.
Right.
Certainly Black women, certainly minority, but women. Like you're fundamental. I'll tell you this too. Like at the end of the day, and it's unfortunate, like as the world begins to be more and more equal in every way, the only thing we really have is this. Like we're just kind of bigger and stronger, so the least you can do is protect. You know what I'm saying? That's the one thing. Not the one thing, but like that's the one thing. Like, yo, can you at least, if I'm gonna be working and doing this and doing that and doing this and I'm making money too, can you make sure I don't get snatched up? So guys, play your role. Like when you're out, like just look out for anyone who is in a dangerous circumstance. And you don't have to be a hero or but maybe you need to be a hero in that circumstance. Like, yo, my man, chill down with the aggression. Or yo, ma'am, I think he's like, you might want to watch him because I see him fiddling with something. Like, anything. Look, because we know more than women the creepy things to do, unfortunately. So, protect women.
Listen, I remember going to the mall one time and this girl was working, I can't remember if it was like what was it called? Dairy Queen, Orange Julius? Or something?
No, they're two very different places. But yeah,
it
they're
was
both
something
places.
like that. And I remember there was this guy lingering.
Yeah.
And all I kept thinking
And that is where management, if there's a male manager, it's like
Right.
you need to
Back up.
Like you need to be like
She working.
Like, you need to go. You like be out, you know?
Yes. But I remember walking up and acting like I knew her because I could tell she was just uncomfortable. And he walked away. And she said thank you. You know,
Yeah.
you don't have to be all aggressive and come up and be ready to fight, but like if you see something,
Just walk her to the car.
something.
Little things like that. Just, you know, it really does
But you also
matter.
gotta be careful with that because you think somebody being nice to
Well,
you.
that's where I totally agree. And this is the unfortunate part of dealing with men. I get that.
Right.
But, like, that's where you guys have to be able to discern, like, this guy's a creep. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? But, like, listen, I am far from perfect. I'm a flawed individual, but I have a very strong protective instinct in general. And it's, like, tripled since I've had kids. So, you know, fundamentally, you know, if considering that we're generally like, I'm not even trying to argue this. I'm about to argue this with some random person like, well, females are also strong and they can lift weights too. I get it.
So we're not talking to them people right now.
I'm sorry. They're always in the back of my brain. Get them out. They're always on my brain. But I'm serious. The one thing we can do is protect. You know what I'm saying? So do it.
I want our ladies to be safe. I want everybody to be safe. You know, all the kids, the men, black, white, Asian, whatever. I want everybody to be safe.
Men, protect women. Black men, really protect black women.
You know, there isn't enough camera space for your head to be up that
That's
close.
fine. I got a big head. My ego got to go somewhere.
So, yes. And I will put on the Naj and J page the gold alert for the young lady that's missing. So you can see that and share. Please share. Last week, we spoke about Waffle House. Me and Jay talked about what we feel it needs before we can go up in there.
And we have gotten that.
There was a fight. According to the Facebook interwebs, there was a fight. Baby, we going tomorrow.
Listen, Waffle House is officially matured. Popped its cherry, however you want to.
Listen, Bear has become the new Newcastle.
Mm-hmm.
Bear has really been turned out. I don't know what my generation did, but we effed it up. Bear is gone. It's gone to the streets.
Would you like to open up this can of worms about how gentrification works? Because all the people that are getting moved and pushed out of these cities who are coming from, you know, poverty, and it's going to
they gotta go somewhere.
And so once again, we should probably solve poverty for a lot of different reasons, but please, you can fight at Waffle House.
But just do me a favor. Wait till I get my plate and then start fighting.
Let me get in the corner, pull out my little camera.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
I want to be like.
I've never had a chance to yell World Star, and I'm like, this is my chance.
World Star!
Is this my opportunity to yell
Oh my
World
God,
Star?
I've never been able to.
Have you ever? I've never had a chance, and now it's here. Yeah.
Now we can and bear.
I can't bear it.
I can't bear you. Like I'm this close. This close.
Barely making it.
So yeah, make sure you pay a visit. My mom went to Waffle House. Where'd she go?
But she can fight.
I know. That's why she went.
And Big Guy can beat everybody.
Listen, all Big Guy got to do is walk in the door.
Just throwing people through windows.
All you got to do is pluck somebody.
That was interesting. I guess a storm is coming. Are you serious right now? Did somebody steal Naj? What in the world? It's a Naj alert.
Let me tell you, one day we're going to look back at all these ghetto ass moments.
It's a Naj alert. Oh, man. That was fantastic. Did somebody steal Naj?
Did you see my face?
Did you poop a little bit? Did you fart? What'd you do? What happened? You go, little piddle in the
No, I
pants?
clenched.
You clenched?
I clenched.
Oh, man, that was funny. All right. Bring it back.
Woo!
Yeah,
All right.
That was dramatic.
Yes, it was. Okay.
That was
People
funny.
are making fun and questioning Jack Nicholson right now.
Keep
We just
going.
need to say a couple couple things.
Not a person. Go ahead.
Okay, go ahead. I want you to look at this picture as we're talking. This is an 85-year-old successful, talented, actor. 85.
That is gold.
Who has lived his life.
I
How
want
dare
to
y'all?
get to the point where I don't give a
He probably
shit
has
about
been
how I
napping
look.
for 7 hours.
And got a good nap in.
Okay.
And on an expensive
He
couch.
probably had some prune juice.
He probably
fell
had
out
the
on
most
the couch.
delicious steak before he took that
Look
nap.
at his hair, his tousled hair.
Listen, that is the face of joy.
Listen.
You might not understand it, but
That
as I
t-shirt
get older,
smell like pretzels and Bengay.
that is the sight of pure
That is, I ain't got no problem.
Yep. When you have no concerns about nothing and you're just money, and you
Literally,
don't care.
that's what I want to look like when I'm filthy,
He
stinking
quit,
rich.
and he doesn't, because he can quit.
Exactly.
He quit because he can.
That's
and I
the look
support
of
it.
success. That's the you don't know nothing about that.
I bet you can't wake up looking like that in the morning and still have $1 million in the bank. Shoot.
You can wake up pretty if you want to.
How did nobody who baby, I'm a rich old white man. I don't need to be pretty. I got a boat with 17 26-year-old models on it. I don't care about my hair. When I turn over, it's a boat and models, fool.
He
Go ahead,
farts
laugh.
gold dust.
Listen.
Okay, he probably farting in that picture.
And everybody
gold.
smiles every time he farts.
If I could just walk past that gold dust. The hell wrong with y'all? Talk about this 85-year-old man. That's 85 years of life.
Listen, when you become a legend, you can do whatever you want.
Dude, you could nap and be old and looking like that.
What kind of a person
You monster.
would even begin to come out of their mouth and
and
try
if he got on a Depends, so
and
what?
try to criticize the best Batman?
We need
the
to
best
live
Joker,
more like
the best
him.
Joker. Everyone does.
We
but
need to live.
We can't afford
He
it.
was the best Joker.
He was the best Joker.
Next to him and Heath Ledger, the best.
I'm not arguing this right now with you. That's just a millennial comment.
And that's why you don't look like that when you wake up.
Because I can't. I don't have an option. They'll call me crazy and call the cops.
Y'all need to cut it out.
Yeah.
I swear, they just be finding anything and dumb.
Homeless is the new rich.
For real. Child, that's waking up with no worries.
Fashion? Fashion? Why would you waste
Baby.
your time with that, you fools?
Hell? Comb my hair for what? Child.
That's for worker bees.
My God. Okay. So, Freaknik.
Just own it.
So, hold on. I'm going to find this. They said prominent black professionals are suing Hulu over the 94 Freaknik documentary release. So,
From a thought to a doc.
listen.
It is a thing.
Hold on.
Listen.
They said, okay, hold on. A group of women comprised of one politician, 3 high-level corporate executives, and 1 judge.
Baby, it's okay. You was 21 and you busted it open. We don't mind and we forgive you.
So one of them
We
said
understand.
that there are already videos circulating online and showing her in an unflattering light.
Listen.
She is married with 3 children, earns north of $1 million annually in her position, and is hoping to block the official debut. Listen.
Honey, no disrespect, but you did what you did.
You ain't
And
tell
that-
your husband?
Listen, you a superstar now, baby.
That's how you
know what
got
I'm
your
saying?
husband? That's
Listen,
how them kids get,
the only
baby.
problem is the husband like, I know you could do that.
Oh.
Wow. I ain't know. How come I ain't never seen
He probably
that
got
move?
after she was saved
I would
and
never do such a
sanctified.
thing. Wait, I didn't know you could do that. Here, have a drink.
But I was curious about this, though. I was, because they were saying, several articles were saying that the footage, there were no releases signed. There was no.
learn how to twerk? I didn't know. That's what her husband was saying. Like, it's fantastic.
I'm also doing research on my own to find Jay.
Go ahead.
So I've been looking for 2 things. I've been looking
I have
for.
no- I
did
got-
you have a gold tooth?
No. I didn't
Did
go
you
that
have
far.
a part on like the side of your skull?
No.
Did you have a beard?
No, I couldn't even grow a beard at that age.
All right, so we're looking for
The
something that
bald
looks
face.
like.
I just had a mustache and like
He-
a little curly fade. That's
So we're
it.
looking like, okay, for all my millennials, the episode of SpongeBob with the nematodes. That's what we're looking for. The nematode in the crowd.
if you're just looking for good luck, because there's a whole lot of light-skinned, curly-head dudes down there, and you just a bunch of us. So you know what I'm saying?
You're gonna find them.
Best of luck to you, and I don't care if you do. I have no problems.
We're gonna see him doing splits.
Yeah, I'm not a lawyer.
You're never gonna get to look like Jack Nicholson at this point, Jay. You gotta have busted it open on Freaknik.
Well, that's why I put on my jacket.
Well, good luck to those women. Just own it. Just own it. It is what it is.
That was me, honey.
And don't talk about none of these women in this generation, okay? Okay. Here's some of the heavy. So Florida signed a bill called the Heartbeat Protection Act that signed that you couldn't get an abortion past 6 weeks if a heartbeat was detected. It also basically says, and I tried to look this up in the actual bill, but child, the lingo in that was something else. They basically said if you were raped, or if the baby was conceived via incest or it was life-threatening or something like that, you have to provide proof to get an abortion. So most women don't even find out that they're pregnant until 6-7 weeks, sometimes 8 weeks. So and they said we're gonna make sure that we put $25 million to the side to help all them pregnant mothers for the beginning of a development. You're gonna put $25 million aside for the pregnant people, the young mothers, and just the pregnant people. What happens when the baby's born? What happens when the baby's born? What happens when the baby is 2 and the young mother is only working at Taco Bell and hasn't graduated high school? Or what if she can't provide proof that she was raped or molested? So it's continuing. It's continuing to get even dumber. Like, I just feel like we're continuing to see some dumb shit happening.
I have a question, and I agree with everything you're saying. What would you say to the many women who support this legislation? There are a ton of conservative women who will be like, yep, I'm pro-life. And I know people who think this way, females, women. What would you say to them? I'm curious. I'm genuinely curious. I agree with you, so this is not us arguing. But I've had that thought, and I wonder what you would say to them.
I actually can't answer this right now.
Okay,
because
cool.
There's so much. The first thing I thought, I would want to fight them. I want to fight them. I do. I've never fought in my life. But there's a part of me that when those types of women come up to me, and I've met pro-life women, and I've had valid, like, very good conversations with women who are pro-life. But then I've also met those women who need their ass beat.
What? I don't know if we should open this up or not, but what's the difference to you? The women that you had a reasonable conversation with versus the ones who made you angry.
Compassion.
Okay.
Compassion, spirituality. You know, you can be a religious person, a spiritual person, and have very strict rules, and I can believe it. Like, I can see that you truly believe in God's word and what you're taught in your religion, and that you live by it. But then I also know the people who hide behind religion.
I just feel like even when you bring religion into it, at least with specifically Christianity, because even though I'm not a practicing Christian per se, my grandmom sent me to vacation Bible school and on Sunday school, and I went to, Baptist, I've been baptized, all the things. Like, I think that fundamentally, everyone always seems to miss the idea that it's not our job to judge.
Right.
Yeah, if you don't like it, I get that. But like, for you to try to control everyone's existence who doesn't think like you, it just doesn't add up to me. You know what I mean? That's what I fundamentally don't get. Like, you are literally being the judge, and it's like, That's not your space. If
Yeah.
you know, let God handle it, and that's it. But
I just
do you,
I-
let everybody else do them, and let God figure the rest out. That's it.
I feel really bad for those women who will be affected by this. I really do.
Yeah, it's like, I don't know. It feels like we're like going back.
We are going back
to like
This ain't
1700s.
The funny part is people don't even realize how much legislation has been put in place that has set us back in many different ways
And
throughout the country, and it ranges.
Yeah, and this is where it is no longer even remotely reasonable for Republicans to argue that they represent freedom and small government, because everything they've been doing over the past damn near 10 years is the opposite of that. So, you know.
I don't care whether you're Republican, Democrat, Independent, you're a squirrel. What I care about is making sure that our people have what they need. Americans. I'm not even talking about race at this point. I'm talking about Americans. We are Americans. We should be able to get everything that we need. We are the richest, strongest country in the world, but yet we have children who don't have that don't have books that they need. We have children who, remember that study back in the day? They were talking about, most of children in elementary school can't even point out America on the map. Like, that's a problem. Our healthcare, like, there's so many problems in this country. So many problems. I mean, the gun shit. I mean, the mass shootings. I just wish that there was so much more compassion. I really do. And it's sad. This is where I begin to feel hopeless.
So, unless you have another main big comment that you want to see, just so you know, that face you just made will be frozen and reposted at some point, as always. But
you see how he does me?
Listen.
You're terrible. You're a terrible person.
So Naj and I, moving on to something lighter and fun and kind of inspiring, but still some politics tied in.
What?
That's funny. You completely.
What you talking about?
Yeah, no. Naj and I were at the most recent Art Loop on Friday.
Oh yeah.
Jeez. And we had a great time. Can you speak a little bit about your role in that? You know, I mean, you don't have to like give. You know, but like, talk about.
I was a part of the Art Loop. I helped set up at the Lewis
Reading
building.
The county building.
Yes, and it was a splendid time. I got to speak with the artist. She's really cool, really cool.
And she was cool in a way that I didn't expect, because she was very sharp but quiet. Even you'll see at the beginning of us talking to her, she was like completely with it. But go ahead.
Yes. We had a good time. There was a trio there, and oh my God, they were so good. It was just a really good experience. I got to help plan it. Well, not plan it, but like help set it up and get everything that was needed. And the people that came, you never know what you're gonna get when it comes to visual art. So just
and she was very unique.
Yes.
You know? Yeah.
And between the artist, the artwork, the music, and then the people that came in to see the artwork, it was just beautiful to see all the different people, you know, coming in to enjoy the art show. So it was really nice. Yeah.
So, you know, we're going to show you a little 9-minute video about that experience, and we thoroughly enjoyed ourselves. And hopefully this will give you guys, you know, a real feel of the artist and that evening. It was great. So enjoy.
It was great.
So it is political, but I'm not into propaganda, okay? I just want to show you what I have created, but I don't necessarily want to tell you what to think. I want you to come away with however you feel. Like Alan told me that he picked out this little part in this one particular painting. This is his favorite painting. He said, this painting right here, this part of the painting right here looks like an eye. That's great. To me, it's not an eye, but if that's what he sees, that's fine. So upon a closer look, if you just examine the work, aside from what it means politically or socially, it has a lot of design elements in it. It's I'll start with my process. My process is I have a blank sheet of paper, okay, and I take coffee. I used to drink a lot more coffee, but and the excess coffee I would throw onto the paper, have it drip, and I would follow the lines. It's all these lines here and this whole area, it's all coffee. And I paint over it, and I outline it, and then I incorporate other design elements. So what I'm trying to do is push abstract along with figurative work, or representational type of work, that's figurative. And also, I was trained as an illustrator. So to me, composition, or how your eye follows the picture plane, or we used to call canvas, but so many people are on computer these days, so it's a picture plane as opposed to canvas. That's the vocabulary. So your eye needs to go around the picture plane, and it can stop at various points, but then I encourage you visually to move on. So in illustration, it's very important to convey the idea. I'm working with a narrative, and that is extinction.
Olha que coisa mais linda, mais cheia de graça. Ela, menina que verme que passa, no doce balanço caminho do mar. Moça do corpo duraro, do sul de Ipanema, e o seu balançaram, e o mais que um poema, e a coisa mais linda que eu já vi passar.
Hey everybody.
Hey everybody.
Hey everybody.
So I am Naja Nicole, as you know, and I am standing here with the artist, the premier artist, Cheryl Gross, for her exhibition, The Precipice of Extinction.
Commit to memory. Commit to memory.
Commit to memory. Precipice of extinction. Now we're going to get real serious. Tell us about this artwork.
Okay.
Yes.
So it's about extinction. It's about every painting of an animal that you see here is on the endangered species list. I started this in about 2019. It was part of a grant that I had proposed to the Faculty Development Fund at Pratt Institute, where I work, and so it had to be something that was relevant to what's going on today. So I decided to do endangered species because I love animals, and they are going extinct.
Could you walk us through even this painting right here and kind of, whatever you want to point out and let us know, just go ahead and kind of walk us through it if you don't mind.
Okay, yeah. I will map out the animal, but leaving out elements, and just allowing the design to take over. So what I'm doing is I'm pushing abstract elements with figurative. And it's like this area in here, that's the color of the coffee. I didn't paint that in.
Wow.
I did the drawing. I did line work in there, but that's what that is.
Wow. How long have you been painting?
probably is when I started painting. My parents bought me a canvas and paints. But prior to that, I had been drawing my entire life.
Okay. This is my last question.
No, get it in.
What are your tools, your main tools when you're creating? Like, is there a specific brush? Is there like a spoon or your hands? Some hair, you know?
Yeah, I have a series of brushes that I use.
Okay.
I have the ballpoint pens. The ballpoint pens I get from a place called Jet Pens. They're ballpoint, but they're gel pens and they're archival. So and the colors that I work with are mixed with black. So if it's a blue pen, it's actually a blue-black pen.
Gotcha.
It's a red pen, it's actually a red-black pen.
Huh.
Yeah.
And you were saying that this is sort of mixed media, a lot of
Yeah,
this, right?
yeah.
So can you explain that one more time for the people?
So mixed media is exactly that. It's mixed media. It's a combination of paints and dry materials. So we have acrylic, and we have gouache, watercolor. I use a crayon called Crayon Dash.
Can you show us where it is on the painting?
The crayon. Okay. Well, here we have colored pencil.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay, acrylic, India ink, ballpoint,
So there's a lot of different things going on in here.
red, black, ballpoint. Gouache with on top of another painting.
Wow. I love this.
Crayon.
I love them all.
Here we have like, that line. I mean, I have like paint in between, but that's like crayon.
The opposite of love is not hate, it's indifference. The opposite of faith is not heresy, it's indifference. And the opposite of life is not death, it's indifference.
So that was that, guys.
Woo! Woo!
Yeah, it was a good night. It was a good night.
Good job, Jay.
It's a good night. Yeah.
You did a good job with
Watch
that.
this. Watch this. Thank you.
Did you hear that? Y'all hear that? Oh. Don't break.
Okay, I'm cool. I'm cool.
So we had a great time. Make sure you guys, Art Loop is every first Friday, or first Friday of every month. Did I say that right?
Yes.
Okay. But when there's like a holiday on the first Friday of the month, that's when they change the date. So a couple people were confused about that. But Art Loop, you can go on the Facebook, the Instagram, and you can go on the regular website. So make sure you guys come out. Oh, I wanted to also add this little tidbit. Every Art Loop location curates their own art show. You can jump on the shuttle and go to every single spot for free. My location had free drinks and food. Other locations, I'm sure, is doing the same. So let me tell you this. You want to go on a real cheap date and you want it to be cute and culturalized and all that?
And
this is the way, baby.
Fellas, listen, I'm far from the dating pool, but like if I was ever like, okay, I need to do a cheap date and look like I'm sophisticated and not the complete animal that I actually am, that's what I'm doing. Is be like, hey, babe, I just think tonight we can go on the art. Yeah. Because that's the voice that I'm feeling like really sophisticated.
I refuse to believe that is how Lisa made a baby with you. Ain't no way. Ain't no way, Lisa. We're gonna have to talk because that right there. Oh hell no, child. Listen, get you a cute little suit jacket.
The camera's on me.
Don't take the camera off of me. Don't take the camera off of me.
now who's in control? It was like, Lisa, hey, what are you doing? Do you want to go out and get some art and like a couple of drinks?
And that's a lie, because y'all ain't got not one bit of art outside of your
Our
children's art up
walls
in
are
here.
white. Our walls are whiter than our babies.
You know what?
Oh no.
You know what? I'm not.
But did y'all see how she reacted? Did y'all see how she reacted when I took control of the camera and she couldn't be on it? Wait a minute! Wait a minute! Put it back on me! Well, it's just like, because I can mute the mic.
Stop it!
That was great!
You know what?
The sudden loss of control sent her into a tailspin. Never, ever piss off your producer. The man in control of the mics
You know
and
what?
cameras.
The angry black woman
is
inside of me
God.
is ready to just come out and just like, but I'm gonna keep it in control. Lord,
Ooh-wee,
the
that
Kimmel
was
is
funny.
ready to come out.
Listen,
the Kimmel
don't-
is ready to come
Yeah,
out.
all right, because Kimmel got hands, you don't. But go ahead.
That's enough. That is enough out of you.
Mute her mic. No, go ahead. I wouldn't do that.
Yes, you would. That's the effed up part
I'm
about
gonna do it right
it.
now, no? all right. This is good. That was actually really funny. Cool.
All right. It is time. Oh, wait, no, it's not time.
No, we have to address this.
Dang it.
There's no way around
Do
it.
we have to?
We absolutely have to.
All right. Well, let me start
Because
with
this is
good news.
absolutely
Let me
up-to-date
start with the
information.
good news of it.
Yes.
The 84-year-old crazy racist bastard that shot the 16-year-old Ralph Yarl has been charged. Finally, he has been charged. Ralph was picking up his brothers from what he thought was the address he was sent, and he knocked on the wrong door. And the person that came out was an 84-year-old white man who told him, do not come back around here, and then he immediately shot him, almost killing him. There is nothing else that needs to be
Shot him
said
twice.
as to why. We
Twice.
know.
Shot him twice.
We know why this happened. And we can continue to play these games. We could continue to walk around
The
the
other
truth.
good part is the young man is alive.
The young man is alive. Yes, he is home and recovering. And the old man, that rickety, old ass, tired ass, racist ass old man, is charged and he will rot in jail.
Well.
That's that.
Well, let's. That's
what we gonna speak it into existence.
Yeah, he's been
He gonna rot
charged.
in
So
jail.
let's not even begin to let our foot off the gas pedal, because this is step one.
I know, step one. Yes.
Yeah, so we're in the right direction of some sense of justice with this absurd situation, and we don't know a lot of the facts. But I will say this. Another thing, as I think about what I was about to say, and we're going to end this show on a light note, but these are the things that most pertain to Najanized black people.
Child.
Before we open up that part of it, the other really discouraging part about this is that the little boy went to 2 other houses looking for help and wasn't helped. Because apparently everyone is scared of
Young black boys.
of a young black,
because they're all the same. They're all the same. They're all dangerous. They all steal. They all beat people up. They all are hopeless and need to be in jail.
And you know what?
or
I'll
need
say
to be
this.
dead.
I'll say this too. Because quite frankly, in a weird kind of way, I've been in that old white man's shoes. Just a couple of weeks ago, I went outside because I got a call from my neighbor that a young boy was in my driveway looking suspicious. I went outside to see what was going on, and it's a child who was probably about my size, because I'm child size, and I've never seen the boy before. it didn't look like he was there for a good reason, and it was bizarre. It scared me and my wife a little bit. But what I didn't do was run out of my house with a gun and start shooting. As a black man, and as a man who works with children, I went outside and I said, "Hey, young man, what are you doing here right now?" He said, he mumbled something. He still didn't make any sense. It was still concerning because he's looking at stuff that was on our porch. And not our porch, on our deck. And he very well may have been doing something that he shouldn't be doing. Because kids do shit that they shouldn't do sometimes, right? But we don't shoot them for it, right? So I asked the little boy, I said, "Yo, what are you doing?" He didn't give me a good answer. And I told him in the most sincere way, because I could have been like, "Yo, you better get, I'm gonna do this, all that." I said, "Listen, young man, I need you to understand that I am not threatening you. But what you're doing is dangerous, unfortunately, because the danger wasn't me. But God forbid that little boy went in somebody else's backyard for some random reason, and they don't respond like me, because when they see a young black man, the first thing they think is this is a problem.
Danger,
and I have to be
danger.
scared. All the danger buttons go off. So when the next time, maybe if you're one of these people who don't understand why black people are always so mad about everything,
Most of the time it's fear.
we're just as scared as you.
It's like,
the
leave
time
it
we're
alone.
out.
What your mom say about bugs? Leave it alone. It's more scared of you than
here's
you are
the
of
thing.
it.
It's literally the most mundane situations that should never turn into violence somehow become national stories for black people. That's the difference. Trayvon can't just walk home with Skittles.
Child.
A band nerd can't make a mistake and go to the wrong person's house. Ahmaud Arbery can't just take a jog through a neighborhood.
You can't lay in bed with your boyfriend, your fiance, without getting shot.
that most people take for granted, just simple things like that can turn into a white person being unjustifiably scared and terrified, or just plain evil.
Yeah.
And using it as an excuse to kill because you just hate black people.
Yeah.
This is what we deal with every day, everywhere. When you see a black person overreacting, and sometimes they may be, and the situation might not be racist, that is why. That is the reason, because literally any situation can go from simple to you being shot for no reason besides the fact that you're black. And it's not just black people, it's also other minorities, okay? God, when 9/11 happened, the last thing I wanted to do was even resemble anyone who might be from Saudi Arabia or the Middle East, because we were terrible to those people at that time.
Yeah.
So I need everyone to understand that this is why I'm always, and I said this in a Facebook post, I'm always half-cocked, and I'm always looking over my shoulder, and I'm always overthinking what I say, even though I'm someone who can be reckless with my mouth. Internally, I'm always navigating every situation, because I never really know when something can go from 0 to 100 against me, against someone I care about, or a child that I'm in protection of.
Yeah.
And that's the reality. So, yep.
This is a loaded, like, as you're talking, I'm spiraling, thinking about all these things, and I'm like,
Yep.
stop.
Like, you just want to send your little boy down to the corner to go buy some milk. And that could be a whole situation for no reason. That's not normal.
I want to take my husband to the hospital for an emergency surgery, and I want them to prescribe the correct medication because that's what he needs, and not deny him what he needs because they have this preconceived notion that black men blah 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 blah.
So we have to talk about these things, you know?
My God.
But we hope that justice is served.
Yes. Step one, arrest him.
Step one has been made, and I can't help but wonder what this old man really is about. And I won't be surprised if every stereotype that my brain has gone through is exactly who he is. Because at 85 years old, he could have very easily been one of those old white men who was super pissed about desegregation ending or about segregation ending and, you know, couldn't stand Dr. King and can't believe that America has become what it is and would be extra pissed off at me for having a white girl. All those things.
In his attic is his uniform. Y'all know which one I'm talking
And I'll
about.
leave it at that. So, moving on to something funny.
Shake it off.
Shake it off.
Shake it
That's
off.
what we always do too, is shake it off. And,
Shake it off.
I almost went.
Come on,
I
keep just
almost
shake.
went up because we get tired of shaking shit off.
Listen here. Get it together. Shake it off. All right, you wanna? Oh, let's gyrate. Ready? Come on, Freaknik gyrate.
And that's the whole problem. Is I gotta. Never mind. Go ahead. Because you get tired of shaking shit off.
All right. You ready?
Yep.
Let's do it. Everyone's fit. You know what? Forget it. We can save this Florida man for next week. You know what we need to look at?
Yeah. A happy
prodigy. A prodigy, baby. So as y'all know, or maybe you don't know, but I am a psalmist at a church. I'm very proud of it.
Tell the people what that is.
I sing at a church.
Seriously. Okay.
I sing at a church.
Well, you couldn't just say I'm a singer. I sing at church.
I like how it sounds.
You see how niggas act? I'm a psalmist at a church. She couldn't just say I sing. I went to church on Sunday and sang for the people. Watch this.
And no.
I'm Naj Nicole, and I am a psalmist at a I am Naj Nicole, and I'm a psalmist at a church. I song.
You're such
for
a
the
hater.
Lord.
You're such a hater. You are such a hater. So, this past Sunday, I got my baby up there, and she sang with me, and this is her very first solo. So for our artist spotlight tonight, Yara Imayan.
And we will be ending the show with Yara Imayan, who is a real sweetheart. So, you know, coming years from now to a stage near you,
Yes.
a future psalmist.
And that's how she makes me introduce her, Yara Imayan.
That's amazing. So, you know, I had to zoom in real tight on this one, but I want you to see her close as much as possible. So excuse the resolution, but this one's for the babies. You know what I'm saying? We're going to end with a beautiful smile from a beautiful baby.